Hey, Brendan here from Warhawk Fitness. I'm in the Career and Leadership Development Center talking with Laura Jacobs, the internship coordinator here. Laura, would you like to tell us all about just what being the internship coordinator is?
Yeah, sure. Well, as internship coordinator here at UW-Whitewater, I work with students who are seeking internships, help students identify resources, help give a little bit of advice to help them be successful in their searches. I also work with a lot of area employers who are seeking interns. So if they want to access UW-Whitewater students, helping to educate them on how to do that and helping them spread the word about the opportunities that they have.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you have a wealth of knowledge of exactly why internships are so valuable for students.
Yeah. Well, one reason that they are so valuable is it's an opportunity as a student to test drive a career. So in the classroom, you get a general sense of what a particular field might look like, what it might be like. But until you actually get out into the workplace and experience it for yourself, you won't completely know if it's right for you potentially. So doing an internship is your opportunity to test drive it, get out there, work with professionals who do what you want to do, see how the stuff that you're doing inside the classroom actually applies to the workplace, so you can actually make an informed decision if that's the path that you want to continue along. Internships are also valuable because they do provide you with career-related work experience, and that is something that every employer is looking for in terms of post-grad employees. Right there, they know that, again, somebody has experienced the field, they know that the field they're going into, they obviously like it if they're continuing to go into it after having had an internship. And it's probably going to mean that they require less training because they've done the work before. So getting a job after graduation becomes a lot easier, ideally.
Yeah. So what, if somebody's like, yeah, that is an awesome idea, I should try that, how would they necessarily go about finding an internship, applying for an internship? Would you be able to help them?
Yes, I would. Really, finding an internship is a lot like finding a job. That internship search is good practice for when it comes time to find a full-time job. Typically, in terms of when to start looking, depending on when somebody's looking for an internship, there's different times of the year that you'll be able to find opportunities. Right now, I'm working with a lot of students who are looking for summer opportunities. So that January through May tends to be when opportunities for summer come up. If somebody's looking for the fall, even as early as this coming April, somebody could start looking. Some employers will be ahead of the game, but there could be opportunities open all the way through August. And then if people are looking for spring internships, again, during the fall semester is typically when somebody's going to look. So a lot of times I'll meet with students during those periods of time to talk about where to start. The easiest place to start is online. Here for UW-Whitewater, we have an online internship and job board called Hawk Jobs. So students access that just with their net ID and password. You can create a profile, get your resume on there, and then search actual internship listings. So when I meet with students, we typically hop on there and look and see what's on there, learn how to use it. We have some other career resources embedded in there as well, including a subscription service to internships.com, so students can use that. There are a lot of niche websites out there as well, depending on the field that you're going into. Some for people that are going into health, wellness kinds of fields. There's a workinsports.com, teamworkonline.com. Those are really great ones for finding opportunities with sports teams, athletic groups. There's also Health Promotion CareerNet, so for people going into the health promotions industry, that's a place where they can find opportunities as well. The last strategy that I often talk about with students is networking. So talking with, faculty, a lot of times they'll know where grads have gone, or they'll know a little bit about the industry, other staff on campus, supervisors that you've had, other kind of contacts outside of campus are really great. You also connecting with professional associations in the field. Sometimes they'll actually promote internships, or at least that's connecting you with people in the field who could potentially offer something. So I think if somebody's combining both of those, searching for actual listings and then also working their network, that's going to increase the odds of success in finding an opportunity.
Well, that's great. I mean, you're only one person. I'm sure there's other, you can't reach everybody. I'm sure there's, is there somebody necessarily that, a student in health and wellness or health and human performance could go to specifically to help them look for, that perfect internship in their field?
Yes. Almost all of the academic departments here at UW-Whitewater have a faculty internship supervisor. So it's the person in charge of teaching the internship course, which most of those don't really meet like regular classes, but it's a way for people to be able to get credit. For students going into health, human performance, recreation, that kind of area, the course is physical education, professional, 493. PE Prof 493. Most of our internship courses are 493 designated. So students typically you have to be within 9 credits of graduation. So you're looking at being a senior to do it. It is a requirement for that major. And the other piece is getting instructor consent. And that's the case with basically all of those internship courses is to touch base with that supervisor. For health human performance, that's Karen Barak. So you can you talk with her. She has a list of potential placement agencies. Which tend to include, city and park, recreation departments, Wisconsin DNR, places where people have been, Boys and Girls Clubs, YMCA, YWCA. So she has a list of where people have been, contacts that students can start with. But if students also know of opportunities, they can take that information to her to essentially get it cleared, get that approved, so that they can move forward with that process.
What was the name of the contact person within the health department again?
Karen Barak.
Karen Barak.
Yeah.
And we can get you Karen Barak's email address in the video description if you're watching this on YouTube. Also, you would be able to forward people those emails as well.
Definitely.
Now, moving on, are there any specific opportunities for health and wellness careers, internships right now?
Yeah, there are actually some opportunities with the Easter Seals Wisconsin summer camps in the Wisconsin Dells area. So for example, they have a dietary aid internship. They also have different program leader internships. So that might be something that's of interest to people. At a national level, if somebody's a little bit more adventurous, would like to go, I believe it's out to Colorado, the U.S. Olympic Committee has an internship program as well, and they include opportunities in business, but also sports medicine, sports administration, strength and conditioning, and also working with the Paralympics as well.
So there's a lot of opportunities right now.
Yes, there's a lot of opportunities there, and that's just a couple of examples that are out there. Warhawk Fitness has also supported student interns in the past as well. So if there's somebody who is planning to go on to graduate school and go professionally into the field, Warhawk Fitness might be a great fit. And there's other universities out there too that offer similar programs and will sometimes take students from other institutions on occasion as well. Here at Whitewater, it's predominantly going to be for Whitewater folks, but some bigger institutions, for example, the University of Minnesota has brought on students before from other institutions. So those are always possibilities too.
Great. For the Warhawk Fitness internship and Rec Sports internships, the people to contact would be Therese Kennedy or Gary Harms or even Jen Kina. As far as requirements for those internships, I know for Warhawk Fitness specifically, it's geared more towards people who are aspiring graduate assistants, looking to go into a master's program. So if you're looking to apply for some of those positions, that's something to keep in mind. Do you have any other helpful insights for anybody out there looking for internships?
I think the only big piece is to just start early, be persistent, keep looking. It oftentimes will take a few months sometimes to secure something, so just because something doesn't happen in a week, keep going, keep looking, because things are always popping up out there, and you start early. If students right now are starting to look for summer, this is good. As we start getting later into March, it'll start to get a little bit tougher. And if you're planning ahead for future years, just being able to start that process and figuring out what you want, what kind of resources might be out there, so that when that time comes to really start looking, you're ready to go. So that's going to be your biggest advantage.
So when it comes to finding an internship, start early. Don't give up.
Nope.
Just keep putting yourself out there.
Yes. Yep.
All right. Well, thanks so much for meeting with me, Laura.
Yeah, thank you.
If anybody has any questions, they can always leave comments for us on Facebook or YouTube right below this video. I'm sure you can answer any email questions that people have. We'll leave Laura's email in the description as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me. Have a great one.